I had no idea the British press was so bigoted.
This One's Wife. Riots 1, Meghan 0. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Last Friday, federal agents executed search warrants authorized by a Los Angeles federal judge at 4 businesses suspected of unlawfully employing undocumented immigrants and falsifying employment records. Following this, word spread quickly about the ICE raids, which were taking place throughout Los Angeles. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass spoke out about them, explaining she was deeply angered. And then local activists and family members of the workers showed up at the relevant locations, confronting agents about the arrests. A prominent union leader was arrested and charged with conspiracy to impede an officer following an altercation with a law enforcement officer. Then protesters gathered outside federal buildings in downtown Los Angeles that were home to an immigration court and a detention facility holding signs that said ICE out of LA. Then there were reports that a small group of violent individuals were throwing large pieces of concrete, and officers in riot gear moved in to disperse the crowd. Protests against immigration raids continued into the weekend in downtown LA, as well as Los Angeles County cities, including Compton and Paramount. Then on Saturday, President Trump signed a memorandum deploying thousands of National Guardsmen to Los Angeles after violent mobs attacked ICE officers. California Governor Gavin Newsom objected, but Trump paid those objections no heed. The Trump administration has a zero-tolerance policy for criminal behavior and violence, especially when that violence is aimed at law enforcement officers trying to do their jobs, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said in a statement. Following day, protesters were seen hurling scooters and bottles at patrol vehicles, and several of the self-driving car company Waymo's vehicles were set on fire. Dozens of people have been arrested for failure to disperse, as well as looting. Other charges have included attempted murder with a Molotov cocktail and assault with a deadly weapon, according to police reports. Thus, violence has escalated, protests have continued, National Guardsmen have been deployed, with unrest continuing by virtue of a protest against the actions of ICE. Irrespective of what your position might be, whether you believe that this is heavy-handed activity by ICE and that you think that they ought not to have behaved this way, or whether you believe that they were simply doing their job, cracking down on immigration, and people should shut up and go home and behave themselves, I think we can all agree, irrespective of what your position is, that the riots have at least done one good thing. Yes, because it's meant that attention seeker extraordinaire, this one's wife, won't be able to disrupt Trooping the Colour, well, at least by attending an awards ceremony. Because as per the Daily Mail, a gala set up to honour this one's wife as a champion of undeserved communities has been scrapped because of the city's ICE riots. Guests had paid a minimum of $1,500 to see the Duchess of Sussex give a speech. You must be absolutely mental paying that amount of money to listen to this one's wife spout fridge magnet platitudes, but hey, there we are. But guests had paid that amount to hear her give a speech at this Saturday's Night of Wonder ball at the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. But the star-studded event was dramatically scrapped after street protests spiraled into violence, arson, and a heavy National Guard presence. Chief Advancement Officer Paul Bessier emailed attendees to confirm that organisers had taken the difficult decision to postpone the black tie bash. Los Angeles is experiencing a challenging moment, and our responsibility is clear: to serve as a community resource focused on healing and unity, not celebration, Bessier wrote. During challenging times, our role is to support our neighbours and demonstrate the values that make our city and county strong. Our Board of Trustees and all event partners unanimously support this decision. We believe this is the right choice for our community and aligns with our shared commitment to serving all Angelinos. We will find a future moment to celebrate our work. So, valuable viewers, we might have been spared listening to this one's wife drivel on this Saturday, but there is a risk that she will return at a future point when the gala is reinstated. Naturally, most people would rejoice, thinking, good, we don't have to suffer a beige tsunami of nonsense spouted by this attention seeker. So, irrespective, as I state, as to what you think about the riots, at least some good has come out of it, in that this one's wife has been denied a platform, at least for the time being. It was also, of course, timed by her to try and overshadow Trooping the Colour, because once again, an activity that doesn't involve the narcissist is problematic for the narcissist because it wounds her. Therefore, her narcissism compels her to take steps to alleviate that potential wounding by bringing attention back to her. Hence, she paid for the award. There is no way this organisation sat there and thought to themselves, do you know something? Let's just give this one's wife an award for work in undeserving communities. Instead, someone will approach them and said, look, she'll bung some money your way if she can come and talk to you and if you give her an award. And they thought, hey, we're always looking out for money. We'll take anybody's money. Yeah, we'll put earplugs in. We'll make sure that they're flesh-coloured so nobody realises we're not listening. Because after all, we don't really want to hear her speak. It really is tedious. But sure, we'll take her money and she can get an award to put amongst the other ones that she's bought. No problem at all. But, oh dear, for this one's wife, denied. No opportunity for her to bring attention to herself on Saturday. No opportunity for her to make a crap speech and then ensure that it is reported on across social media and mainstream media. The trooping the colour will still go ahead. Therefore, keep your eyes peeled for her doing something else to try and usurp that event. Remember, she can't switch off her narcissism. Her narcissism doesn't operate in a part-time fashion. It's operating all of the time except when she's asleep or unconscious. And therefore, the presence of Trooping the Colour poses a threat to her control because it will wound her because she's not involved, and it also involves people that she has an obsession in relation to. This gala was her opportunity to say, look at me instead, talk about me instead, and that's now been denied to her, which will undoubtedly cause frustration for the Duchess of Industrial Beige. But her narcissism will drive her to do something else. So you might set your minds, valuable viewers, to what we might get as an alternative. Since she can't attend the gala, receive an award or make a speech, will we be getting more photographs and videos of the children? That seems to be the fallback position these days in order to generate some responses. But ultimately, that will become rather thin. It'll wear thin over the passage of time. But for the moment, that's likely to what she's going to turn around and try and do. So it's likely that yet again she'll turn to Instagram as a means of getting that all-important control and fuel. But how do you think she might go about it? Do you think it will be the most obvious thing, more videos and photographs of the children, or do you think it'd be something else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I'm HG Tudor. Thank you for listening.